Hi there, everyone. I truly hope you've been doing well these past few weeks, and I noticed that several people had read the community post where I was mentioning that I started work, and I appreciate the thumbs up that were given on that, and that means a lot that you guys stuck with me. I don't recall losing any subscribers over the wait, so I appreciate it, and I know sometimes I've gone a month without doing a video, but I really wanted to do one tonight. So this one is going to be different than a lot of the videos I do because it's going to be kind of a general update on several different things, but mainly is the essence of this video later on is I'm going to be doing some vacuuming with the Lindhaus, and I just noticed on my older videos in my profile that I've now owned the Lindhaus for 2 years, and I got it brand new, actually, luckily, and although it's certainly going to be way more preferred to get it at if you have a vacuum dealer. However, we have a vacuum dealer an hour and a half away. However, they don't do Lindhaus, they do Sibo, Mila, and Ricard, and whatever's left of Auric, and that's what they carry. And so it wasn't there, so I did have to get this on Amazon. However, of course, if you can find it with the dealer, it's going to be best, but I've been beyond thrilled with this vacuum. Although, as I say, I use the Sanitaire and Miele quite a bit. I actually started using this maybe a couple weeks ago or so, about a month perhaps. Whenever I last posted, this has been my daily use vacuum, and I just love it. And there's no knocking at all on the Sanitaire. It's great, but I like the ability to have the hose and be able to get that out and everything. And because if I have a crumb or whatever, I can just grab it. And I'll go back to this vacuum in a moment. But I wanted to give another update, which is on this Blue air purifier, which I both got. I purchased both of these in March of 2023, and both been good. But I do want to shout out this air purifier because it's a lovely little unit. Well, little is subjective. This is the model 7700, I believe, or 770, I guess you could say. And so this is their largest model because I just put it in this room and it filters my whole home pretty much, because my house is basically just this area and then the entryway, which you've seen in my other videos before. But this thing is fantastic. Man, if you have dust and allergies, this is probably arguably the best purifier, I think. I mean, everywhere I've looked, I've even seen some videos titled it the Cadillac of air purifiers. Now you do have to purchase, if it will open with one hand. I don't know if it will. Let's see. There we go. You do have to purchase these every so often, but usually I'm able to get over 6 months or more out of a set of filters, so, it's not too bad. The only issue I could see someone having is that these filters are like $70 or so, but you'll get a long time. And if you're like a really less dusty environment in your home, I would assume you could probably get a year, maybe. And it's magnetic door, and then these are the inlets that I just dust them off with the vacuum dusting brush. It works really well to do it that way. And it sort of will let you know if those are full, because you'll hear a whistling sound, but and if you just dust it off, it goes back to normal. So really love this unit. My gosh, it's awesome. And it has I know a lot of people would be concerned, as I was. So it's a touch screen on the machine itself, and then it's you can have an app on your phone, which is how I usually communicate per se with it, and it works excellent. Actually, the app doesn't even have too many bugs, so it's really nice. So right now, what you can have on your screen, this is the filter percentage I have left. So I've got 60% left, so I'm not gonna have to order it for a while. Typically I'll just order a filter when it reaches about 15% or so, and then by the time they arrive to put in it, you know, it's good, and you can reset the filter in the app itself. So I like that very much about it. And then it has a germ protector. So I'm not sure exactly how it does that, but it has it. And you do not necessarily have to have it connected to Wi-Fi to work, which is awesome. You just do if you have the app. But my Wi-Fi is really, really awful here, and it still does operate with the app, so I like that. That's the humidity level at the moment. That's temperature, because my HVAC is rough, but I did finally repair the my inlet filter the other week, so that's good. I mean, to my actual home HVAC, and it needed it so bad. And then that's the particles in the air, and you can actually, it will measure the different sizes of particle as well. And then that's heat level, and then you're back to that. So I really like that. I just wanted to mention that because I've not mentioned it in years. And then I did receive a couple of things from my mom that I'll mention right here, which is, this is interesting to me because usually I'm not like made in China, but this is pretty dang good quality for it. It's from the company Asvon, or Asveen, whichever way said, that makes pins just like the number 8 nib version here. This is the Mall C2000. Actually pretty good pin. I didn't see if that's available anymore, but if you can find it, definitely get it. It's very, very good for the, it's about a $40 pin, I believe. I talked about it on my Instagram. I haven't yet reviewed that on here. I will one day because I do like it. Anyhow, but I needed extra storage space, and this is actually a very, very good case. I want to thank Chris Rapp 52 for bringing it up on video he did a while ago, and it will accommodate huge pins, which is excellent. Like this is a Benu Euphoria with the big number 6 nib, but it will even fit this Edison Collier Grande, which is number 8 nib as well, and Pelican M1000, Montblanc 149, 146, and Salami 2000, Waterman Corinne, and Waterman Expert, and it'll just accommodate just about any pin. It's excellent. And like, it's a pretty fat pin right here, the Faber-Castell Emotion, I believe. So very good. So my mom got me that. And then these are the 2 pins I've been using lately. So I've already owned this one for a while. I did a big long review of this one right here a little while ago. It's a Parker Victory Mark IV, made in England in about late 1940s, about 1948 to 52 is the years that was made, and with a sort of vacuumatic style filler. And then the one that I just received from my mom, and oh, I forgot, I want to mention this was from the Pin Shop of Memphis, Tennessee, on eBay, and Mr. Roberts, the seller, absolutely fabulous seller. Can't recommend him enough. Very good. I did receive 2 pins from him that I struggled to get to right, but the age and everything of them, one was from the 40s, one was from the 1920s, so I bet I could get them to rot. They feel well. He restored those well. So just from age, I'll get the other two to rot, I'm sure. But this is the big present from my mom. This is a 1941 Parker Vacuumatic in golden pearl, and it is absolutely fabulous. And it was from another seller that I've realized I really enjoy, which is MJ Inc. 2024, I believe. And it's a man named Mr. Michael is the seller. He did a absolutely phenomenal job restoring this. It works very well. They're both 14 karat gold medium nibs on these. And yes, so let me see if I can put it down here with one hand. Parker Vacuumatic. Circa 1941. And a medium nib. It sounds feedbacky, but it's actually pretty dang good. It's very, I'd say it's about like Aurora pens, if you're familiar with them. But it's been smooth, I can tell. He did a very good job. And this ink is Aurora Black. And it's just a stiff nib. Probably it may be an accounting nib, I'm not sure, you know, for stiffness level, but very, very good. Just an excellent little pen. Well, little in hindsight, because it's I think it's a senior major model, so it's larger, but in today's standard. And then I've shown this pen before, but I have a different ink in it. There we go. This one rots a little bit thicker for whatever reason, maybe because it was made in a different country, but I'm looking at my camera here, so it's a little bit hideous rotting, but anyway. Parker Victory, circa late 1940s. Oops, that was me. I felt myself lift up. Maybe early 50s. And this is Schaefer Blue. They both just rot. First time, every time, pretty much. They're just excellent, excellent pens. And I just love the feel, you know, and then you know that someone has owned these all these years, you know, and that's something special to me. So I certainly don't have, like, a preference of saying, like, oh, I'm going to be a person that only uses vintage pens or whatnot, but I love them. And, I mean, I love any good fountain pen, but those, I just adore them. Then next, we'll get to the vacuum. So we'll get the cord down. And I want to mention there was an interesting thing I learned a little bit ago, is when you open the bag compartment. So two things I've learned since I've had this so long. Right now, I just have the regular bags that it comes with. However, the YouTuber Blackhawk Vacs had demonstrated that you can fit, and you don't have to do any modifications, and you can fit a Kenmore style O bag, so the one that goes in the Kenmore Elite Upright, and it will actually fit on there fairly well. You can have HEPA bag material should you want it. However, I elected to just add the HEPA filter that you can also order from Lindhaus. Usually this is just a fabric strand down here in a holder. And I just did that, and it's working very well. So that's the most of it. The other I want to mention about this is, so this is a Mall 300. It's a 12-inch cleaning path. They also produce a Mall 380, which is a 15-inch path. So it has the little L shape to come out here. However, I elected to not get that one. It was available, but I didn't get it. I just found that I just thought, well, it'll fit in my house a little bit better, which it does. And the other thing, which, I mean, they're Lindhouses. They're just really, really great vacuums, so I would think it doesn't affect it too much. But, you know, the smaller the cleaning path, the easier the air is going to flow, so I'm not sure. And the other reason I went with the Diamante over, I was strongly considering getting a Activa version. However, I think that's a single motor vacuum, but correct me if I'm wrong. I know you guys know way more. And so I wanted a dual motor upright so I could turn the brush roll off. And it doesn't do terrific on hard floor, but it does okay. And it does better if you have the hard floor attachment. I won't lie, I had a comment from somebody asking me that. And I didn't get that attachment. I just didn't find the need. I have the canister vacuum if I really need to. And the other thing is nice is it has a spot for the cord. You can put it right here should you want to, which actually I will. So fasten the cord right there. And then it has storage for one bag, and this is the carpet deep cleaning attachment, because what's interesting about this is you can actually turn the brush roll motor on and agitate the solution that they sell into the carpet and dry shampoo your carpet, very similar to a Kirby in that way. And it's called the oxygen cleaner. It's a concentrate, and you spray it down, you let that sit, and you go over it to agitate it, then vacuum it up, the extracted dirt with it. So it's just really nice. And it's not going to sound like it on the video. I don't know why the camera on the iPhone is that way, but it's actually probably about the quietest vacuum I have. I mean, it's almost quieter than my Miele canister, but I don't know if my canister might need some service. But yes, so I'm going to plug it in. And I've not vacuumed in several days because of work and being busy and everything. And while I plug this in, I will say that work has been going very well. I want to be honest, I've been very happy with it. It's I love it so much better than my old job. And we met wonderful co-workers. I adore my manager, and it's just been very good. So anyway, so also before I start this, I want to mention as well, it seems, so that YouTuber I said, Black Hawk Vax, he did a video measuring the airflow from the hose, and interestingly, it doesn't have the best suction in the world at the hose, but it has such a great brush roll. Lindhaus is known for having a great brush roll. They have about the fastest brush roll in the industry that I'm aware of, and it makes up for that. So, and then having two motors seems to help pretty good. It's got they're stiffer than an Auric, I'd say, but they're maybe an Auric XL21 level stiffness, and then a squeegee for floor. And as I say, maybe it's my favorite upright in the collection. I'm not sure, but it's a great vacuum. I'm going to switch this over here a little bit. And then you have your adjustment. And your adjustment is when you turn it to the right, it brings the wheels out, bringing it up off the floor, turn it left, and it lowers it. So left for lowering the head. So without further ado, we'll turn it on, and I haven't adjusted this, so I'm going to have to adjust it. And the way that the, well, I guess you call it the interface is, this extends and retracts the handle because it has a 2-position handle. So you can unwrap the cord really easily. And this is the bottom cord wrap as it is right there. And so what it is when you switch it on, you have brush roll turning. You hit the green button, brush roll stops. The middle position is off. The lower position, as I mentioned, is brush roll only for scrubbing the carpet. So I'll push that in and turn it on for both motors. And lower that. Need one more lower. Sorry. Here we go. And then we'll just do a little bit of vacuuming. There's a stain right there, so that's not going to come up, but and it will lay completely flat. You do not have to step on the pedal twice, which is very good. And it leaves among the best carpet lines other than the old vacuums, I would say. And then I'll show you how easily, I just love how easily this goes under everything. Just like no effort. I just love that. And if you were wanting to switch over, you just press that green, so the green button, this red section is just going to let you know if there's a clogged area somewhere. And it's about, I don't know about you, but it may be about the quietest suction motor in the whole collection, I would say. Maybe the only other one that quiet might be the Henry. But anyway. The spot right here. It's not horribly heavy to push, but probably about the same as the sanitary. It's just simply the weight of fairly heavy machine. I'd say it's about 20-pound vacuum, maybe. Not sure, but this is among one of the only vacuums I have that will make this hallway look good, because this carpet is just so old and matted. But you can just see that this is just so easy. Like I said, when I want something with a hose or like a dual motor vacuum, I always reach for this. There we go. So yes, guys, well, that looks pretty good. And I truly hope you guys have a good one. And I will see you hopefully soon. And the good news is he's let me have part-time work, so I actually will receive some days off. I don't have work tomorrow. I go back, but I work at night. And then he gives me some more days off, which is so nice. I love him for that. And yeah, so I just truly hope you have a good one. And I'll see you just whenever I'm able to. And I hope you guys have a great day or night, wherever you're at. And I will see you pretty soon. So you take care.